I never thought I'd find myself in this situation, but here I am, driving away from my apartment on my 30th birthday, tears streaming down my face. My name is Lila, and up until an hour ago, I thought I had the perfect life with my girlfriend, Sophia. We met 3 years ago through a mutual friend, and even though Sophia had only been with men before, she came out as bisexual not long after we met. That same night, she hinted that she was into me, and we started dating shortly after. Sophia was everything I could have wished for, kind, intelligent, and passionate about her interests. I truly believed we were meant to be together forever. On my birthday, I decided to leave work early to spend more time with Sophia. When I opened the door to our apartment, I was greeted by a sight that made my heart stop. There was Sophia, lying on our couch, with a man I didn't recognize on top of her. They were both fully clothed, but the intimate position they were in left no doubt in my mind about what was happening. I stood there, paralyzed, as Sophia and the man tried to hold back their laughter. Suddenly, our friends emerged from the kitchen and bedroom, holding gifts, party poppers, and a cake. They shouted, "It's a prank! Happy birthday!" But I couldn't process what was happening. I turned around and left, ignoring their calls for me to wait. As I drove away, my phone started buzzing with texts, calls, and messages from Sophia and our friends. I couldn't bear to look at them, so I turned off my phone and headed to a hotel far from our apartment. Once I was alone in my room, I broke down, sobbing on the floor until I eventually passed out from exhaustion. When I woke up the next morning, I knew I had to take some time to process what had happened. I called my boss and asked for a few days off, citing a family emergency. She must have noticed the distress in my voice because she agreed without hesitation. Next, I called my older sister, Emma, who lived a couple of hours away. I told her everything that had happened and asked if I could stay with her for a few days. Emma was furious on my behalf and insisted that I come to stay with her immediately. As I packed my bags, I couldn't help but think back on my past experiences with betrayal. Growing up, I watched my father cheat on my mother repeatedly, tearing our family apart. Then, in my early 20s, my first serious girlfriend cheated on me with her ex-boyfriend. The pain of those experiences had never fully healed, and now, I felt like I was reliving them all over again. I arrived at Emma's house late that evening, emotionally drained and still in shock. She welcomed me with open arms and a listening ear, allowing me to pour out all my fears, doubts, and heartache. Emma reminded me that I had every right to feel betrayed and that taking some time away from Sophia and our friends was a healthy decision. Over the next few days, I struggled with my emotions and tried to understand what had happened. Part of me wondered if I was overreacting, if I should have left that way. But deep down, I knew that my feelings were valid and that I needed to prioritize my own happiness. As I sat in Emma's guest room, staring at my phone, I knew I couldn't avoid the messages forever. I had to face the situation head-on and decide what I wanted to do next. With a deep breath, I turned on my phone, ready to confront the fallout of that fateful birthday surprise. As I turned on my phone, I was immediately bombarded with notifications from Sophia and our friends. I decided to start with our group chat, scrolling through the messages that had accumulated over the past few days. At first, the messages were frantic, with everyone asking where I was and what had happened. But as I read on, the tone shifted to one of apology and confusion. My friends insisted that the prank should not have happened like that. They blamed the man standing over Sophia, saying he was untrustworthy and had derailed their original plan. I was confused by this, as they all seemed to be playing a prank when I entered. Desperate for answers, I replied to the group chat, apologizing for my walking away and asking their side of the story. They quickly responded, relieved to hear from me and eager to explain. According to them, the initial plan was for Sophia to be on the couch with someone dressed as a serial killer, fake stabbing her while our friends hid in the apartment. Once they captured my reaction on camera, they would reveal it was all a prank and surprise me with gifts and a party. However, when the time came, the man who was supposed to be the killer wasn't in costume and didn't have the fake knife. My friends were just as shocked as I was to see him on top of Sophia in such an intimate position. As I processed this new information, my friends sent me videos they had taken that day, corroborating their story. They apologized profusely, insisting that they never meant to hurt me and that they had no idea the prank would take such a disturbing turn. They even suggested a belated birthday celebration, just for us, without Sophia or her friends. I felt a wave of relief wash over me, knowing that my friends hadn't intentionally betrayed me. But the question remained, what really happened between Sophia and that man? I knew I needed to hear her side of the story before I could move forward. The next morning, Emma knocked on my door, waking me up. She told me I had a visitor downstairs, and from the look on her face, I could tell it was Sophia. I made my way downstairs, finding Sophia standing in the living room with a bouquet of flowers and my favorite chocolates. She looked like she hadn't slept in days, her eyes red and puffy from crying. Sophia began to explain her version of events, filling in the gaps left by my friend's account. She told me that the man, Luke, was an old college friend who had recently reconnected with her. When she mentioned the surprise party, Luke and his friends were eager to be involved. As the planning progressed, Luke's friend Anna suggested the serial killer prank, which everyone agreed to, thinking it would be harmless fun. On the day of the party, Sophia is confused when Anna shows up without costumes and props. Anna changed plans and claimed there wasn't enough time to change because I would arrive early. Sophia complied, thinking it was really funny, but as soon as she saw my face, she realized how badly they had messed up. She tried to push Anna away and run after me, but I was already gone. Sophia continued, telling me how she kicked everyone out of the apartment and locked herself in our bedroom, crying and not knowing what to do. She was shocked when Anna barged in, trying to comfort her, and even more so when Anna asked if this meant Sophia was single now. It was then that Sophia realized Anna had sabotaged the prank on purpose. By the end of her explanation, Sophia was in tears, hugging me tightly and apologizing for the pain she had caused. She told me she loved me more than anything and was terrified of losing me. I hugged her back, tears streaming down my own face, as I processed everything she had said. Sophia offered to give me more time and space if I needed it, but I knew in my heart that I trusted her and my friends. I kissed her gently and asked her to help me pack my things so we could return home together. Before leaving, I gave Emma a long hug, thanking her for her support and promising to share with her when I was stable. As Sophia and I drove back to our apartment, I felt a mix of emotions. I was still hurt by what had happened but also relieved to know that it wasn't a deliberate betrayal by those closest to me. Sophia suggested throwing away the couch that had been used in the prank, but I decided against it, not wanting to let Anna's actions taint our home any further. Over the next few days, Sophia and I worked to rebuild trust through our conversations. I reached out to my therapist, scheduling appointments to help me process past trauma and recent events. My friends threw me a belated birthday party, filled with love, laughter, and sincere apologies. Sophia was hesitant to attend at first, but I insisted, knowing that we all needed to move forward together. As I looked around at the faces of the people I loved, I realized that even though the path to healing wouldn't be easy, I had the support system I needed to get through it. The betrayal had shaken me to my core, but it had also shown me the true depth of my relationships and my own resilience. I knew that, no matter what challenges lay ahead, I had the strength to face them head-on, with Sophia and my friends by my side. In the weeks following the birthday event, Sophia and I focused on rebuilding our relationship. We had long, honest conversations about fear, insecurity, and the importance of trust. Sophia patiently and understandingly helped me work through my emotions, never pushing me faster than I felt comfortable. My therapy sessions proved to be invaluable during this time. My therapist helped me to process my past traumas and develop healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with the residual pain from the prank gone wrong. She also encouraged me to communicate openly with Sophia and my friends about my needs and boundaries. As time passed, I found myself slowly letting go of the anger and hurt I had been holding on to. I realized that holding grudges would only prevent me from moving forward and enjoying the love and support of those around me. I made a conscious effort to focus on the positive aspects of my relationships and the progress we were making together. One evening, as Sophia and I were cooking dinner together in our apartment, I turned to her and expressed my gratitude for her patience and understanding. I told her how much I appreciated her willingness to work through this difficult time with me and that I couldn't imagine my life without her. Sophia's eyes filled with tears as she pulled me into a tight embrace, whispering how much she loved me and how committed she was to our future together. As the months went by, our relationship grew stronger than ever before. We made a point to prioritize open communication, regularly checking in with each other about our feelings and concerns. We also started attending couples therapy, working to build an even more solid foundation for our partnership. My friendships also flourished during this time. My friends continued to show their support, regularly checking in on me and making sure I felt loved and valued. We planned more outings and gatherings, creating new, positive memories to cherish. One day, as I was reflecting on the events of the past year, I realized how far I had come. The pain of the betrayal, while still a part of my story, no longer defined me. I had learned to trust again, to love more deeply, and to appreciate the incredible people in my life. I decided to organize a small get-together with Sophia and my closest friends to celebrate our growth and resilience. As we gathered in our apartment, sharing stories and laughter, I felt a profound sense of gratitude wash over me. I raised my glass, thanking everyone for their unwavering support and love, and for helping me to navigate one of the most challenging periods of my life. Looking around at the smiling faces of my girlfriend and friends, I knew that I had everything I needed to face whatever challenges life might throw my way. The road to healing had been long and difficult, but it had also taught me invaluable lessons about the power of forgiveness, communication, and the unbreakable bonds of true love and friendship. As the evening drew to a close, Sophia and I bid our friends goodbye, our hearts full of warmth and contentment. We settled onto the couch, the very same one that had once been the scene of such heartache, now a symbol of our resilience and the strength of our love. I turned to Sophia, taking her hand in mine, and smiled. "Thank you," I whispered, "for being my rock, my partner, and my best friend. I love you more than words can express." Sophia gently squeezed my hand, her eyes shining with adoration. "I love you too, Lila. Together, we can weather any storm. You're my forever." And with those words, I knew that no matter what the future held, we would face it hand in hand, our love stronger than any obstacle that might come our way. What do you think about this story of mine? Please give me your comments below in the comments section. If you like this story, please like and subscribe to the channel to follow the next stories. Thank you.